it's something that the youth culture embraces. You need to pay attention to because there's a reason that they're embracing it, especially something as dark as us.
My Chemical Romance frontfigur Gerard Way har ikke alltid stått forrest I paradetoget. På high school I New Jersey så var han det man trygt kan kalle en outsider.
I'd spend most of my time in the back of the class just drawing. My goal was to not get noticed in school, because I had spent so long not being noticed anyway, or being treated as if I was invisible that I started to like it. I've learned that it's actually not very lonely. It's like you have less friends, but the friends you have count more. I mean, I know people that aren't outsiders or very popular, and they have a lot of friends, but I don't know if they're the kind of friends you call up at 3 a.m. to help you out, or to talk about being depressed.
But where's your... I know there's nothing I can say to change that part, to change that part, to change.
Veien fra outsider til der han nå har vært lang. Men ved hvert hinder så har familien vært der for ham. Så som en hyllest til mormora skrev Gerard låten Helena like etter at hun døde. Men det var ikke bare mormora Gerard så opp til. Faren var også hans store forbilde.
My dad, he was a real man, like what I thought a real man was, which is he wasn't a womanizer. He worked real hard to support his family. He wasn't flashy. He was a working class guy that loved his kids and loved his wife, and he never tried to be a big shot. And he never tried to show off, and he let other people do that.
Men å finne band han kunne se opp til sleit Gerard med. For da han var tenåring, så var det nu metal som herja vilt.
I detested nu metal. I thought it kind of set us back to the Stone Age as far as rock's concerned. I'm not trying to generalize about it too much, but of the bands that kind of led that thing, and I won't name them, it seemed to me that they encouraged sexism and homophobia and other forms of ignorance. And their music wasn't any good, so... it's like you gave a bunch of Neanderthals a microphone for like 8 years and everybody had to deal with it. I think we've made a band that I would have listened to in high school or in art school or in college. And I think that's why we've drawn so many outsiders. It's like a band made for who I was in school, and I think all these kids that come out are just like me when I was in school.
Med tekster som handler om utfordringene I livet, og ikke minst døden, har gruppa fått en sterkt dedikert fanskare som I likhet med Gerard har litt vanskelig med å finne sin plass I samfunnet. Med begge Army-bussen godt plassert I emo-kulturen, så har My Chemical Romance vunnet de unge lytterens hjerter.
Yeah.
lot of kids that tell me they met their best friend at a My Chem show. And that's awesome. That's like actually one of the best compliments I think I've ever gotten, is that a kid says that. And so I think, all right, well, these kids probably didn't go to school together. They're probably from towns away or states away. Yet they met, they're kind of like their buddy and the person that'll listen to them, because they couldn't find that in their school because they were outsiders. I think there's a lot of outsiders. You could fit them in some pretty big rooms.
If you look in the mirror and don't like what you see, you can find out firsthand what it's like to be me.
Og Gerard, han legger ikke skjul på at han føler et stort ansvar når han går på scenen.
We played a show, and there was a girl right up front, and I could see literally from where I was standing that she had, you know, these lacerations up and down her arms, some pretty brutal ones. And I saw that, and I said to myself, well, is this our fault? Does she think that she needs to do that to come to the show? Has it gotten so big to the point that people are now misconstruing it and passing along notions of self-harm? So I took that personally, and I felt very responsible for that. So whenever something like that happens that I feel I have to say, I'll say it. You know, we've been around a lot of homophobia, a lot of sexism, a lot of racism in the punk community and rock community. And we've said things on stage to get rid of that, you know what I mean? Or to at least get it out of our shows.
When you go, would you have the guts to say, I don't love you?
Selv om 30-åringen ikke er den samme outsideren han en gang var, håper han å fortsette sin preken. Til den dagen fansen utfordrer han.
If we ever become bloated and corrupt, I think one of these kids or any other kid should start a band to take us out through then saying what they want to say.